For over 40 years now, I've been searching and researching to understand energy. If it's energy in electric wires and how it works in physics, how you create energy with magnets and copper wires and electromagnetic fields, but also what is bioenergy and what is the natural energy of the planet and how to work with geolocation to find specific places in nature or even in your own home that have specific qualities of energy. And I found myself, really trying to understand and reading what I could. And in the 1930s, a person by the name of Wilhelm Reich started a whole research into what he later called Orgone, or the energy of life. He connected it to what Mesmer spoke about, animal magnetism or mesmerism, and this whole aspect of having something we don't see, which is in the planet, in our body, an aura, an energy, a vital force that's everywhere. And Wilhelm Reich actually said that if you collect this Orgone energy, you can use it for health benefits, and you can use the Orgone to influence different things. And he created different techniques and the ability to shoot Orgone to distance or to collect it in a specific box. And this whole area started to take off of bioenergy. And this was really interesting because what is the stuff and how do you influence it? And later on, the study of Orgone actually got to the point where people started to create the ability to collect the Orgone in a room or somewhere on the planet and channel it and clean it. And they started creating something which is called an Orgonite. And these Orgonites are actually a collection of crystals and copper wires that are in a specific direction. And you can see them because, if you're looking at a pyramid Orgonite, you will see that you have these quartz crystals in the corners, all wrapped in copper, all pointing to one copper with a crystal in it that's pointing up. Now you see this whole study of Orgonites started to get really kind of into the mainstream about 20-30 years ago, when people realized that if they use specific crystals, mainly quartz, and wrap them up in a copper wire and direct them in specific angles, they can actually channel the Orgone energy and make it collected in a room, come up through the top, go around and get cleansed. And started creating these Orgonite pyramid shapes. But they can also be used for charging with Orgone into food. I mean, you can have an Orgone disc that's built in a way that will create a collection of Orgone and put it into a glass of water or food. And you can actually see how it creates an energy vortex. Now you see, I'm a skeptic, although this is what I deal with. I always want to check things out. So I took this Orgonite, which is made specifically for channeling energy out the top, and I put a glass of water and I put them both in the freezer. And the thing is, when you come and you take the glass of water out, the water itself is frozen with a vortex. Now you won't believe it unless you try it. I didn't believe it, but I tried it. So, Orgonites can be made small or big. They can be buried in the ground in places where there's a high level of delinquency. It can be put in the ground in areas near prisons. And people have been burying these Orgonites in all kinds of places on the planet to help to clean. You can even have a small one. I wear it sometimes on the solar plexus, and it's got copper on the back and it's got quartz on the front, and it actually does a healing or a cleaning. So Orgonites are quite amazing, but definitely if you're going to get anything, you best get it from a person who knows what they're doing. I'll put a link in the description from the person I get them from. But you can find them for $5.99 on the web, and it's usually just plastic and beads. So be very careful not to just, take anything because of the price. The good ones are expensive, but they do the job.